God's mercy and God's love is way beyond our imagination. That's what the gospel is telling us on this Sunday, the 24th Sunday in Ordinary Time. And in this gospel that we hear from Luke, Jesus uses three parables to describe the abundance of God's mercy and God's love. First, it's describing Jesus' eating habits in the gospel that is very inclusive. He will dine with anyone. And in this particular one, the Pharisees make note that here is Jesus who eats with sinners and dines with even tax collectors. Lower than sinners, consider that. Jesus will sit at table with anyone. There are three parables that we hear in the gospel that share this wideness of God's love that is beyond our imagination. First, we've often seen this and heard this in stories of the shepherd who leaves 99 to go and find one that was lost. The other one at the end of the gospel is a Jewish father who welcomes home a wayward son who had become a Gentile and welcomes him back into the community. That sense of mercy and love beyond all imagination. The prodigal son. We've often heard that one. Sandwiched in between is this image of God. God's mercy and God's love is like a woman turning her household upside down, frantically searching for a lost coin. It's pennies on the dollar in today's economics. All three of these stories describe God's mercy as so outrageous and rejoicing in what was lost and found and received back in the community. The middle story of God as a woman frantically searching for something that's lost goes beyond what we can imagine of God's mercy and love. The point is, in today's gospel, is that there is no limits to God's love. As we walk this week, let us pay attention to see and reflect, do we put limits on what God's love means? And can we stretch those boundaries beyond our imagination? How do we love other people with no restrictions? Are we willing to sit and dine with anyone and welcome them with love and openness into the community? The Gospels challenge us to act in the way of God's love and God's mercy that is beyond all borders and what we can imagine and ever dream. Let us live that dream in our reality this week. Amen.